Hello there, and welcome to Silksong. Okay, the moment's up. Hello there, my name is Quest for Gaming, and today we're starting a new quest. I think you know what the quest is. Anyways, let us start the game. We have new menu. I actually very much like the boxes. And let's go new game one. Why not? Let us be a normal person. They see your beauty, so frail and fine. They see your peace, woven of faith and toil. They forget your heart, bound in slumber and servitude. When you wake, they shall see your truth. A beast's nature bare to all. From Pharloom's Folly, by the conductor Romino. Act 1. Pharloom. Well, there you go. Welcome to the hellscape known as Pharloom. This is Hornet. Hornet, unlike many different Metroidvania games and indie games and the like, has not only 2-directional, 3-directional, and not 4-directional, but 5-directional attacks. Because you've got up, side, other side, then diagonal down on both sides. You cannot go down, like directly down, or else that would make it 6. So, in here, this is our starting spot. I will admit, I've played this game before, so it's not just like a see me play walkthrough, I'm going to try and figure things out. I've got some goals in mind, so let's state our quests. First off, beat the game. Great. Now, off we go. Joking. So, we want to beat the game. I want a bunch of power-ups. There's different cool things, like in your inventory, you have a tool pouch, hunter's cloak, your needle, and your silk. Your needle is a long sewing tool, uniquely balanced for combat. The blade is marked by time and use. Just like in the original Hollow Knight, it's a degraded weapon. Silk. Versatile thread naturally produced within the shell. When enough silk is stored, wounds can be healed and skills executed. Attack enemies to replenish silk. Our current ability is Bind, which heals 3 hearts out of the 5 we start off with. This encourages you to play with less hearts than what you usually would. Hunter's cloak, simple protective garb, and then tool pouch designed for holding tools, traps, and crafting materials. Currently, we have none of that. So, in this starting area, we will head up here. There's a little hidden room to the right. In here, we have shell shards. Shell shards, which is just down the bottom left, have a capacity of 400 in your inventory at the moment. I have 20 from breaking this little token. Shell shards I used for crafting, well, not crafting, but repairing tools and items. Now, just up here in this little area, we're going to use a wall climb and hop up here. This is a menace, so quickly attack and then hop down. Then once you hear he's calmed down, hop up again and attack and then hop down. Oh. And as you can see, if he attacks you, you lose 2 hearts. Fun thing about this game is the very high skill ceiling. Nothing happened. It's a very high skill ceiling. Because, well, a lot of enemies take more hearts than necessary. So, we'll break that. That's called our cocoon. Once breaking the cocoon, you replenish all silk in your top left bar. Now I have all 5 hearts. The spool next to the heart shows I'm able to bind, which allows me to heal 3 hearts. And then just the bottom of that is my silk spool. But now, if we could run, we could do this properly. Letting him calm down. And, cool thing about your healing ability, you can do it mid-air. I died again. But yeah. So, just a couple small things. Of course, all I'm really doing is showing you that it's really hard to kill things. Of course, with the directional slashes, gameplay is completely different. Okay. Of course, I don't entirely know what this guy gives you again. I haven't beaten him with just basic gear, so we're going to continue on. We have our shell shards, everything else you could ever want. Then we come up to here. Now that the tomfoolery is out of the way, off we go. Welcome to Moss Grotto. You have 3 main enemies in this. You have those little crawling grubs that damage you on impact. And then others, which I will explain when we encounter them. But this, the little wall climb. You just walk up to a ledge and you can climb up. It's just a nice little feature, allowing them to space out platforms more evenly. And, well, as you can see, there's a lot more background visible, unlike Hollow Knight. There is our second enemy. Reminds me of the Spids from Hollow Knight, the little mosquito guys that just attack and attack, randomly dodges into you, and then you take so much damage. Second cool part is, this may look like acid, but you can actually swim in it. It's very nice. Just like normal mechanics in Hollow Knight, you can't attack while in the water. Again, in here, small little Easter egg. You can break the breakable wall, which is dictated by vines. And there's a bunch of shell shards, plus another enemy to kill. Once you've collected all those, you can continue on. Now, this is the starter area. I'm making this video in hope that you guys have at least tried playing the game once. If $20 USD, so $30 roughly in AUD, is too much for you to pay for, well, you can just watch here, I guess. this is one of the greatest indie games of all time, with Hollow Knight only being cheap, and then Silksong, well, the game and the amount of experience you can have with this is amazing. And it's its own different game. Right here, black lines and approach just across the screen, slowly crawling into the center, and all you feel is despair. Hornet suffers, but all you can do is carry on. So, on to the next. Jump across this ledge, don't fall down, or fall down, because then you can find this little Easter egg. The frayed rosary string. Now, the frayed rosary string is the next thing on the list. Right down here, we have rosaries. Beads carved from various materials, used as a measure of faith and traded as currency. Each is etched with a fine, patterned design. I'm just going to let that sink in. So, little beads, I'm going to call them many names across this episode. Berries, rosaries, beads, little red thingamajigs, all those random names. So if you hear me saying something like that, it's probably referring to rosary beads. Anyways, continuing on. What I've picked up is a frayed rosary string. So it contains 30 rosaries in its object. I can hold to break it, and then I can add those rosaries to my inventory, which means I'm allowed to spend them as the currency is dictated. I'm able to use it for other things which I don't know how to word because I've just died. Huzzah. But yeah, we're back here. Now we get to make the long trek back. And at least we have a couple of these guys respawning. If you'd like, kill them, collect more of those shell shards, which is always great. Now, of course, those rosary beads. Why I didn't break the frayed string into normal rosary beads is due to a small mechanic called loss. When you die, all your rosary beads are deposited into your cocoon. And if you die again, that cocoon is destroyed and they're replaced with the new cocoon. Let's just say you don't want to lose your old cocoon. Because rosaries in early game are very rare. However, there is a place to get them. Don't know if this place is going to be easy, but there is a place. So continuing along, la-di-da-di-da. I will collect my cocoon back. As you can see, even a seasoned player like me struggles, so no need to feel down when you struggle along with the game. Again, it's a fairly hard game. A lot of people have quit in the first couple minutes of it, actually. It's a very fun statistic, especially when you first purchase the game. But we're continuing along. Oh. Come on, I can do parkour. And if you're wondering, I'm currently playing on Switch. I know you probably weren't, but I'm currently playing on Switch. It's available on Nintendo eShop, Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, so PC. And the best part is, at the start, when it was first released, all those platforms crashed. Just like Hornet right here. Suffer more and more as exhaustion sets in. Fatigue. Stress. You were nothing but a mortal. Anyway, here's the ruined chapel. It can sit there, replenishes all our masks or health, whatever we want to call them, and sets our respawn point. So if we die, we will spawn back there instead of at the start. Then, if we climb over here and destroy, I said destroy the vines. Yes, those are vines. Then come in here. Welcome to Moss Mother. A small boss fight right at the start. Gets used to the mechanics. Also, very scary because not only does it teach you that things can come unexpected places, like a boss fight in the middle of the tutorial, you could say, or at the end, technically. But now I've lost 3 hearts, so I can bind. Again, you can bind midair, so it allows for some nifty hits, and like some dodges, really fun acrobatic moves, all those different things. And if I think it's this next couple hits, at whether she dies or not is different. Right there has an obvious sign of staggering or knocking it down. The little spinning above the head with the white flash showing, hi, I've been staggered. You can either heal or attack me. So just through here, ascend. If you've watched the trailer, you know what this means. And we continue left. Now, there's nothing left. I've just wasted your time. Congratulations. Up we go. So tired. So much fatigue. I don't think I slept tonight. It's time to fight. But you can't. That helps. Just hit me on the head with a stick. Now, disclaimer, I will be doing voices, so you're welcome. Up with you, up! I won't have you dying on my floor. Ah, awake at last. You should mind your strength, traveler. There is no use wasting your energy on an old nobody like me. Now, Hornet talks. We have dialogue. Huzzah! I see that now, madam. My welcome to your land has not been kind. I had a reason to be wary. So, you're another pilgrim then? Scattered out of the darkness to climb the great path and bow at its gilded peak? I am no pilgrim, I am Hornet, and I arrive in your land by no choice of my own. I was brought to your kingdom by force, captured by strange bugs clad in veils. Oh, how curious. The bugs of the citadel at the summit of our land, they veil themselves in service to their fate, or perhaps as slaves to something greater. Then I shall seek their citadel. If these veiled bugs would go to such lengths to bring me here, I intend to find out why. Oh, ferocious, intimidating. Yours is no pilgrim spirit. You've the bearing of a hunter. Welcome then, fierce traveler, to Pharloom, our holy yet haunted land. Before you depart, permit an old bug a brief warning. Best keep that weapon drawn. Our kingdom is gripped by a curse. Its path grows wild and dangerous, and though some still attempt to climb to the citadel at crest, none return to speak the tale. New objective, the Great Citadel. Ascend through the lands of Pharloom to reach the citadel at the kingdom's peak. Just in here, we have our inventory, then we have our quest list. And if we come over here into the very bright light, beautiful. The attention to detail. Little hornet hops. Now over here, people clad in veils. Well, that's where they sort of killed you. If you want to do all of the things we just did all again, hop down there. If not, follow me. Welcome to Bone Bottom. Over here, you have a bench. Rest at it. This resets your health, especially after a boss fight. You can speak to different NPCs like this little pilgrim. Oh, a fellow pilgrim, are you? About to start your great journey to the holy citadel up top? I am no pilgrim, sir, though it seems we may be travelling a similar path. Not a pilgrim. Well, it makes no difference, I suppose. We all must walk the roads up and up. The most of us will follow along before we see the grand gates. If you're wise, you'll stop here and rest a while before heading out into that dangerous world. Then over here, we have an enterable area. We have another NPC, and then we have a bunch of bells you can bounce off of, because pogoing is a thing. So there's no secret doors that I've found so far. But if you speak to this one, oh, you've come down to hide here too. There's a fearful world out there. If you can keep quiet, I don't mind you joining me.
Fine.
You've chosen a curious place to rest, ma'am. This pit of bells and the structure around it, they suggest a station for travel, though one long abandoned. Aye, rumors in the camp says these bells run throughout the lands, great veins of them forged by ancient kin, and some say bugs used to travel through them in gilded carriages, no less. Surely such fanciful travel would be a sin for us pilgrims. We must walk and climb and crawl using only our own meager claws. Only thus we can prove our devotion. Yeah, everyone's down. Down at the bottom. The bone bottom. Continuing on. Oh, a traveller destined for the citadel, yes. Well, before you embark, won't you stop and make a trade with the old pilgrim? I'd see your wares, madam, but I fear I have nothing worthy to offer in return. Oh, worthy not. If you lack fine goods to trade, we can better still. In this devout land, we deal in a currency of faith. Rosaries, those finely carved beads of prayer. If only you will share some with me, I will trade you something fair. Now, we have 30 on our inventory. So many different things to grab. I wonder what we could grab. The magnetite bridge allows you to attract rosaries to you, but only rosaries, not the shell shards. A mask shard, where you require 4 to increase your health bar by 1. 1 mask. Craft metal. Craft metal is used to trade alongside with rosaries or just by itself to get tools and equipment. A simple key used to unlock a door that is held together by a simple lock. And rosary string. A rosary string contains 60 rosaries. However, you pay 80 for it. The design of this is that 20 rosaries go to the string, then 60 get contained in the rosary string, which allows you to keep it far beyond death. Not the greatest trade, but it is something. And then hopping up here, we have a wonderful pedestal. Continuing on. Welcome. Welcome. Just welcome. Oh, hear my prayer, please hear my sing. My path's ahead, but here's the thing. I can't squeeze past a gate of bone, so please wake up and help. Oh. Why do you sing, little one? This bony gate seems like a poor audience. Oh, but of course I sing. I am Sharma, a pilgrim just like you. I hear the call of great citadel, just like every other devout soul. But look here, as soon as our sacred journey begins, we are tested. This huge gate stands between us and the way forward. Oh, holy prayer and song will open the way. In this kingdom, even mighty bone is moved by music. Join your voice with mine, red maiden, you and me, my lucky charm. We'll sing together until the great gates open. No. Anyways, we're gonna continue on. This is a skull bug. I think that's what we call them. They hurt, so I do not suggest dying to them. You can kill them, they drop not mask shards, shell shards. And the best part about this game is it's designed for aerial combat. So if you do a down strike, you'll jump back up, so you don't get hit by them. Side strikes pushes you back as the normal strike would in Hollow Knight. Bit of recoil, just there's a saving measure for some. And that's spikes. I do not suggest touching them. Over here, some decoy masks. Now up here, there's a couple of shell shards just in a small pod. And then here's a giant skull bug. Their attacks deal 2 hearts per attack, so I'll show you. And this is your first encounter with danger. Because taking 2 hearts with 1 hit, every single hit they do, is terrifying. Because you only start with 5, which means if every enemy did 2 hearts, you'd only survive 3 hits. And if you were missing just 1 heart, that would decrease to 2. Just let that brew. Why don't you think about that? As you try to make your way through, every enemy is an obstacle. Every single enemy has opportunity to kill. So let's jump in head first. Welcome to an ambush. There's a couple of the guys you fought on the way. They let you get a taste of what they're like, and then you get to explore. Best ways to kill them, how to survive, and then kill them all. For these guys, I suggest being lower than them than killing them from underneath. The giant skull bugs, I really don't have the best way for killing them. I've always pogoed them, but other people may have better methods than what I do. Yeah, just do a quick heal. You've got 2 ways to go, either left or down. If you go left, you're back to where you were when you first started the climb. Just a small shortcut. And if you go down, welcome to the Bone Gate. Just up here is the lever. Voila. Open sesame. Welcome. Come along, little symbol. I can't hit. Worth a shot. Boy, did you see it, Red Maiden? The great gate heard my song, and in its infinite and ancient kindness has opened the way forward for us. Gate, 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 nicest gate I've ever met. Gate, 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 greatest miracle yet. Ha 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 ha. Such a pure soul. And just here, rosaries on a string. Now, the fun part about bead-like objects, circular objects, is that they roll. And when I say roll, I mean roll. So just roll with it, okay? Some more. Now these silver rosaries allow you to collect 5 in one instead of 1 for 1. And if you leave rosaries on the floor, well, they will disappear if you exit the room. I'll insert 30 rosaries here, and I suggest you do too, because here lies a bench. Now, for each time I sit at a bench, you just gotta hit all 3 bells, because why not? Pilgrim, you are blessed to walk the foundations of Pharloom. Humble yourself before the shells of those who gave their lives to hold our kingdom's weight. Threatening. Shall we go on with no regard for anyone's safety? Or for the background? Welcome to the mirror. Ah. There's a bit of lava. Lava does 2 hearts. So let's not touch that. Oh, and if something falls in, it sort of gets destroyed. As you would expect. Anyways, continuing on without dying to lava, killing things along the way, because we can always use shell shards and rosaries. Come to a fork. Do you go left, or do you go right? Or do you stay down and go even further right? Well, I'm going to show you. If you go all the way right to the next area, you come across lava. Surprise! You can't make it past. No platforms inside. So, we'll mark that off the list. Not to do. Then, up to the top right, we will do that next. Right after we do this little thing. No, I'm not planning on dying. I'm just planning on, well, dying. So over here, after killing those flying guys, they just drone towards you. Nothing much. Break the chain, this drops by. And now when you come from this side, you can just hop up and then clamber on top. Of course, a couple enemies along the way. Caution is suggested and advised, but if you don't mind, just go without any caution. Killing enemies on the way, we're just going to make our way up to the top and in here. Now, no, it's not a breakable wall, so we go left. It's ominous, isn't it? Rumbling ground. Well, call it temporary platform with magnetite in the center. So we're gonna hop up here. Gonna break every single wall we come across, because who knows? In Silksong, breakable walls are slightly different to what they were in Hollow Knight. Some are obvious, some aren't as usual, but a lot of the time you don't really see them. Now, we've made it up to here. We're going to go left, and just in this room, you will find a shard pendant. Tool acquired. Equip tools in the crest menu while resting at a bench. Here is your crest menu. This is a crest. You have 3 current equipable items. You have yellow, blue, and red. Red is your tool equipment. Blue is for combat. Yellow is for exploring. Now just up there, above the shard pendant, it shows yellow, designed for exploration. A crude trinket worn by collectors and crafters. It allows one to collect more shell shards from defeated creatures. So at our next bench, we'll equip that. The sooner we get to 400, the better. Now, coming up dodging the enemies along the way, or killing them. Always up to you. Making sure we don't die or fall into lava as well. Always a great caution to have. And hopping up there, over to the right. Boulder. Those of you who've played Terraria, you know the pain. Then we have these little sharp guys. Never learnt their name because I've never liked them or cared enough to find it out. There's more boulders and there's a small thing you can pick up. Another thread rosary bead. So just in there we can collect another 30 rosaries. In this side we have a breakable wall. I just wanted to show you the breakable wall. Anyways, because, well, I like living. Here is a gate you cannot pass. You're welcome. Very useful information. And weird. Does that sign look familiar? Well, avoiding the spikes and other spike related things, we drop down here. And there's our sign. It's not breakable, but it is movable. So if you want to move it into lava or something, be my guest, because I have not had the patience for that. But taking 1 damage to that guy, taking more damage, and then clambering up here. You have a little bench. Shall I do what I said? Shard pendant equipped. Now, this looks like a fun-loving place. 3 NPCs to talk to. Aha! A native of these fiery lowlands approaches. Have no fear, my friend. We fleas are but humble travelers. Well met, sir. Though, like you, I'm not of these lands. I am merely journeying through. Oh, aha! A kindred spirit. It's good luck for wanderers to meet on an unfamiliar path. And now that we have met, know that I am Flea Master Mushka, leader of this caravan. Our own journey has barely begun, but you are most welcome to tarry here a while, stranger, where ways are dark and winding. Good bugs must stay close together. Dialogue. It's always fun. Oops. I broke a sign. Flea Master Mushka. Always a great person to talk to. Those 2 NPCs are currently irrelevant. For the moment. Take 2. Yoink. And we're gonna continue down into the darkness. Oh, nothing happened. Okay, well, we went left, we technically went right. Can't go far right to the right because there's just lava. So we went up left, up right. But what if we go down here? Back into Bone Bottom. Over to this bench, because I like living. Then we enter back into Bone Bottom. And just do a couple of hornet hops. We can talk to the shop. We have 15, we need 120 for our first item of interest. If we add those together, that's 30, that's 60, which gives us a total of 75. We could afford the craft medal, but that's not what we're going for. Now, you may ask, why'd you break them? You didn't have enough. That's fine. I can break them more and more. Because I won't die. What's this you're building, sir? Sign of some kind? Aye aye, you sharp cut bug. A wish wall. It's past time this old camp had one. As a resident fixer, I've taken it upon myself to sort it out. They're a popular thing about Pharloom. Wish walls, useful too, so many prayers left unanswered. Gives them a place to go. The depth behind each NPC, if you can call them NPCs. They just have so much life behind them. Depth. It's a great thought. 7 years in the making. We've been waiting 7 years. And here's the game. Finally, we're playing it. I quite enjoy it. We're gonna go... What? Don't fall in the lava. Well, we were going to go right until we fell. I believe, if I remember correctly, we've been here already. Yeah. Yoink, yoink. We will heal. Love the 3 hearts healing. If only it wasn't that everything did 2 tons damage. Oh. Nothing happened. We're just gonna continue on. Just in here? No. I can't remember where to go. Isn't that creative? So, next quest on the list. Where to now? Ah. That's nice. But yeah. This explains the early game, really. Just death, death. Oh, did I forget to mention death? It's nice and fun. We can head up further. Oh. We can head up further. To the right, there's a little level. Can't really do anything about that. So, we'll go even further up and to the left. Because this is where I wanted to go. Hop across these platforms. Keeping in mind that there's a couple shortcuts we can do. So, hitting this level will bring that down, which allows us to jump up to the top level. You can also jump over here. You hear that? Boss fight? Boshanka! Edges sharp and senses keen. In my land, that is the way warriors greet each other. For though you're a child barely hatched, you are also a warrior. Your stance, your weapon, your movements all proclaim it so. You have a keen sight for my skill, Bug, but my childhood has long since passed. What has happened here? I see signs of battle all around. Ah, these strange shuffling pilgrims. In the champ below they were docile enough, but up here they seem to have lost their senses. They cry out to the darkness and attack their fellow travelers. Yakinesh, keep your weapon drawn and your belongings true. The way ahead is winding, and to lose one's way invites only death. I'm a navigator amongst my tribe, and have been making maps of these lands. I can trade them with you, and supplies, if you wish. Good thing we broke those rosary beads now, hey? Mosslands map, and the Marrow map. Now, we are 5 rosary beads short to grab both maps. In these lands, names are given freely, are they not? I am Chakra, wielding rings. Our hunts intertwine again. I will have new maps to trade. Until then, farewell, child-wielding needle. Ushanka. But yeah, he stays there. We're gonna walk along the ground, because there will be a couple more rosary beads. Those 2 in the corner. And then passing Chakra up here. There is a gate guarding a bench. To get there, we want to go up. There's another sign that we saw. So that's going to be a transportation area. But we don't want to go there yet. Or do we? Suspense. Well, let's break this silk. Get him out of here. No, the silk regenerates. But look at our silk meter. It's filling up. So no need to worry about wasting silk, because we have an infinite supply. Now, don't worry about the guy struggling in there. He'll be fine, I think. Continuing on. Welcome to Moss Home. The problem with Moss Home is there's a couple projectiles that we really don't want to get hit by, because it's not that they take damage, it's just they hurt. As you can see, if you don't deal with them quickly, they can take your hearts fairly fast. So we'll heal that back. I do suggest keeping your silk for healing, as we don't really have anything else to spend it on. But yes, these attacks you can hit with your nail, as many other attacks in Silksong. But yeah, continuing on, killing things. We have some more enemies, just kill them. Have different attack patterns, different points of knowledge you get to learn from each. Got to observe, got to make sure things are going right. And got to be good at parkour, apparently. Hit that lever. And then head up here. This is where we'll collect some more rosary beads. Now, like I've said, rosary beads are rare. Not so rare, but rare. Because not everything drops it. Those skull bugs dropped the shell shards. Some of these moss creatures drop rosary beads. This guy as well will drop rosary beads. Because he's a pilgrim gone insane. And pilgrims use rosary beads to trade as a form of currency. That guy's just a pain. They fly at you with 0 chance for you to stop them, then suffer. And just over here, you see the silk enter his body, drive him insane. The silk of which we produce also infects others. We can heal now. Going into here. Continuing up and through. We come to this place. Some more rosary beads. You have obtained a map. We'll purchase both maps, because we have the rosaries now. I suggest buying the quill. Of course, if you struggle with locating yourself on the map, which we have not had since the entire start, buy the compass. Only when you have enough, of course. If we open the map using the dictated controls, we will find that we have no clue where we are. Those are spikes. Thank you, Chakra, just for stopping your singing to make just an accentuation on my death. Anyways, continuing on. We want to head left. Then back up. Then over to here where we first fought the guy. We have another one. You may see me missing my down strikes a lot. Of course, normal human error. But I also do like to use them as a quick way to get down to the ground for dodging. And up we go. Over to here. Beastie, big fat beast, strong and balder, or rock at least. Let's sing together till you're released. Oh, look here, Red Maiden, this poor creature is all tangled up in white bindings. Surely you know a song for unsticking such stickiness. It will take power greater than a song to break these bindings, little one. In my current diminished state, even I cannot cut through them. Well, worry not. If something is needed, the road will bring it to us. Oh, that was Sherma speaking. We're fully healed, so we'll collect some more strength. I will lead you to the next item we will require. So, all the way to the left of this area, we had 2 items, or 2 directions we could have gone. After hitting the place with the lever, we can either go down, or we can go up. Since we went down, and got the bench, also went to go collect our maps from Chakra. Next on the list is just go up, as the game dictates. Ascend to the citadel. Climb the perilous heights to reach the peak. So, we will do that. Up we go. This thing. That's a trap. Be careful. Because traps are trappy. Climb up here. Weaver of Pharloom, by grace you are warded, by thread you healed. For your favor eternal, we offer our song. By offering their song, they mean more traps. They can be broken with your needle. They can also be walked across and you can break them. And there's more thread in the way. So, let's fight this guy. Just so we can gain access to thread. Or silk, sorry. And we can head on. Now, there's a couple places. That guy spawns randomly. There's spike trap there. And there's another spike trap just there. I was too fast. Then those guys stop worshipping to attack us. Yeah, so be ready for that. Heal when needed. Keep silk on you at all times. Or as best as possible. Again, damage, they may not do 2 hits per damage, but they still do damage. Daughter of distant land. We who remained have waited long. Bind our strength to yours. Reclaim the future of our haunted kingdom. Now, bind. Bound the silk skill, silk spear. Attack by throwing your needle forward. Silk will be expended. Silk skills can be equipped in the crest screen of the menu. Now, it's automatically equipped. We've unlocked the achievement Bound. And it expends half of your silk to throw a needle forward. For these common enemies that we have been fighting and finding constantly, it will kill them in 1 hit, I believe. So let's go test it out. Hello there. 1 hit, dead. Just over here on the right, we're going to collect our silk, and we can do that. Silk skill, and it breaks all the silk. Since all the silk is gone, it cannot be replenished. That's how we're going to unlock the beast that's trapped within the silk. However, before we do that, one more thing we can do with silk. We'll trigger the trap, and then collect this little thing. Another thread rosary string. Of course, now that we have rosaries, we don't really have to worry about it. We have a lot. We have 90, it's even better. 90 plus 30, so we've got 120. Which means we can buy the brooch. The magnet-type brooch. Gotta spend money to make money. Now, just over here, there's another bench. Rest at it, and with the quill that you've possibly purchased, which I have, you can fill out the map of which you have bought. Who is it? An intruder? Terrible to interrupt a humble druid as they were. I meant no intrusion, druid. The sound of your laughter drew me to investigate. This settlement is built around an old structure of the weavers. Do you know of them? Do they inhabit this land still? What settlement? What weavers? You speak nonsense. You're here in here, so why did you send you? Did you hear my wish? Granter of wishes, you? Granter of wishes? Wishes, yes, my wish. I need fruits of the world, 3 little darlings. I need them, so I wish. Does the kingdom not send you, little you, to grant my desire? Gather, berry picking, promise, wish. This is the quest form. This is the form of quests you are able to acquire throughout the game. Berry picking. I have promised the wish. Promise then, a binding stronger than sin. Bring me the 3 moss berries, precious fruit, grant my wish, and then the work begins. And just because everybody's wondering, or maybe me, it's acid in there, so I do not suggest, jumping in there. He wants to drink it though. Yes, that's his plan. So we'll drop back down in here. There's a little flying guy. Now, before we head left back into the main area, just under here, there's a hidden room. And lo and behold, this guy has something we require. A moss berry. And then some more bells. Now we can continue. We should collect the rosary beads. Now we're at 93. then exit. So, before we go any further, I'd like to point out one thing. Rosaries are hard to come across. In this moss home is the place we've found them the most. So just there, along the entrance, there's a couple places we can find them. Here at this bench is the best place. We will head left, and then you encounter one right off the bat, which you can kill by keeping him up there. Then collect the rosary beads. Then you have one more. Now, you can either continue through, all the way through Moss Home, kill them, and then come sit back at the bench, and they respawn. Or, kill those two, and then sit back at the bench. Do that for about 10 minutes, and you've got over 400. Do it for an hour. Nah, you guys wouldn't do it for an hour, but it gives you about 1200 per hour. So 10 minutes, sorry, is more about 150 roughly. But with that, you can afford more and more things, like Chakra, who's right here. Your charts and tools show fine skills, Chakra. I've met few who match your talent. Cartography? Peh, bakalo. It is a craft skill common amongst my tribe. Most important to keep one's mind sharper when on a journey. The charting of caverns, the memory of travel, the knowing of one's place within the kingdom, an engaging task for a warrior's mind. An unfortunate thing that my great mentor never learned the skill. Her talent getting lost. I should almost be impressed. So, with 103 we have on us, we're going to unlock the compass. And with those rosary beads we have in our inventory, we will unlock them and then unlock those bench pins. Now, on our handheld map, we can see all the bench pins, which will be a very useful endeavor. And with this compass, we can equip it, and it will show us on the map. And voila, there you are, entering into Moss Home. We can keep that on for most of our journey, because next in our journey is the beast entangled in silk. However shall we unlock you? Tell me. Congratulations, you've encountered the Bell Beast. Now run, fear for your life, as it is your first boss fight. I said this was a high skill game, but it's not as high skill as you think. It is just pure torture. Not only is your mode of transport locked behind a beast that travels through the halls of bells, not only is it your first boss fight, letting you figure out the techniques and the skill it requires to operate Hornet. No. It is more than that. It is the pain, the torture you feel. This will be the greatest part of your adventure. Now, as you can see, there's a couple of different tells to the attacks. The dust coming off the ground will tell you where he goes. If it's a wide area of dust on the side, it means he's going to jump over you. If it's an area in the middle, small, compact, it means he's going to jump up and send bells. And then if it's a small area on either side, he's going to dash and come at you. This is a fairly big stepping stool for a lot of different playthroughs. But yeah, these bells, I do not suggest getting hit at them because they take 1 heart, but they usually hit you twice, so 2 hearts. And then just watching out. Now there's a couple more obstacles on the map, but that's no problem. Of course, there is margin for error if you do make a mistake in judgment. And don't forget to use your Silk Spear when it's safe to, because that does a lot more damage than just using your needle. And he does 2 parts per hit. So be careful. Stay alive. And keep your wits about you. This is the Bell Beast. Congratulations, you have liberated your first ally. Shiny. Oh, looks like you died. Game over. Silk everywhere. Arrived at last. Child spider. Our strength. Come, child. Witness our waking. You've consumed a silk heart. Regained the power to regenerate silk within 1 shell. Look at that, top left. I expended all my silk, and now we have 1 left. Small little cool trick is if you press down your right joystick on your controller, it's a bit of a taunt. It expends 1 silk, but I just love hearing Hornet say Garama. Look at his tiny tail. Anyways, this is the Bellways. The Bell Beast now can transport you between the Bellways that you've unlocked, found, paid for. Different ways to find them or unlock them. Oh, I think we scared him. Beast! Beast! Horrible beast! Shame. Anyways, that, guys, is the first objective. Unlock the Bellways, our fast travel for Pharloom. Now, this video is already roughly an hour long, so why don't we sit, relax. I'll see you next time. Bye!